Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. On August 17, a delegation representing Cambodia travel companies carried out a survey of the tourism aimed at coordinating with units concerned to promote and attract Cambodia tourists to TayNinhTV province.
The delegation of Cambodian travel companies surveyed and experienced the culture of vegetarian cuisine at Phước Lạch Duyên Vegetarian Restaurant in TayNinhT City. This place specializes in vegetarian dishes imbued with the local characteristics, attracting many tourists. As part of the survey, the delegation also visited Badeng Mountain Tourist Area, a tourism symbol of TayNinhT province. After this journey, Cambodia travel companies are planning tours to bring Cambodian tourists to TayNinhT province.
Ladies and gentlemen, on August 18, TayNinhT Union, a friendship organization, had its second Congress, term 2022-2027. Vice Chairman of Vietnam Union of Friendship Organization Nguyễn Văn Doanh and Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary of the TayNinhT Provincial Party Committee, attended the Congress.
Over the last term, the Provincial Union of Friendship Organizations has been proactive in friendship and cooperation, strengthened trust with friends and organizations that the Union has been working with, especially Cambodian neighboring provinces. The Union has also mobilized and received aid worth over 100 billion Vietnam dong from foreign government organizations for 5 years. Deputy Secretary of the TayNinhT Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng highly appreciated the last term's achievements, especially the local foreign affairs. As for the new term, he asked the Union to continue to be proactive and play a pivotal role in the implementation of people-to-people diplomacy. It's also asked to strengthen the close connection between people-to-people diplomacy with the parties and the state's diplomacy, gradually perfect the organization's apparatus. Standing agencies arrange suitable specialized staff to meet the requirements of foreign affairs. The Congress elected the Executive Committee of the Provincial Union of Friendship Organizations, consists of 21 members and 5 members of the Standing Committee. Mr. Võ Đức Trong, Standing Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, was elected as the Union's chairman. On this occasion, the Vietnam Union of Friendship Organizations awarded the Medal for Peace and Friendship Among Nations to 2 individuals, presented certificates of merit for 1 collective 3 individuals of the TayNinhT province for making many positive contributions to people's foreign affairs. 4 other individuals were also awarded certificates of merit by the Provincial People's Committee for their contributions to the Provincial Union of Friendship Organizations. In order to strengthen solutions to serve and support the participants of social insurance, health insurance, and unemployment insurance, the Social Insurance Agency of TayNinhT Province has been promoting the implementation of digital transformation, concentrating on the people. Pursuant to the guidance of the Vietnam Social Insurance, the agency has been implementing the process of automatically verifying and comparing citizen identification information from the National Database on Population as people register their personal electronic transaction account with the Social Insurance Agency on the Vietnam Social Insurance Public Service Portal and on the VSSID application. Digital social insurance with more than 232,000 accounts. During the first 6 months of the year, the Provincial Social Insurance Agency has reviewed, standardized, updated, and supplemented information related to the identity of the insured as a basis for synchronizing and validating the National Insurance Database with the National Population Database. Newly issued nearly 3,300 social insurance cards, adjusted over 61,200 personal records of social insurance participants.
Over the last time, the policy-brother activity effectively deployed in the province has helped the poor and other beneficiaries of social welfare gradually improve living conditions, contributing to the implementation of the National Target Program on Sustainable Poverty Reduction.
to better meet demand for loans from the poor and other beneficiaries of social welfare. Apart from maximizing the capital, branches of the Bank for Social Policies also focus on mobilizing ITO funds in the population economic organizations, especially mobilizing savings through savings and credit groups to supplement lending sources. As a result, by July 21, 2022, the capital loan reached more than 3,227 billion Vietnam dong. The total outstanding loans of credit programs in the province so far have reached 3,218 billion Vietnam dong, with nearly 115,000 households having outstanding loans. In terms of credit quality, by July 31st, the total overdue debts and frozen loans in the whole province was over 22 billion Vietnam dong, accounting for nearly 0.7% of the total outstanding loans. In order to share with unlucky borrowers, on August 17th, the Agricultural Bank Insurance Joint Stock Corporation, TayNinhTV branch, or APIC TayNinhTV, in collaboration with Agribank branch in Tân Biên district, pay risk insurance for its customers, a total amount of more than 1 billion Vietnam dong. Specifically, APIC TayNinhTV has paid for 5 agricultural credit borrowers who unfortunately died due to various causes in the areas of 5 communes and towns of Tân Biên district. Each case was paid an amount ranging from 75 to 455 million Vietnam dong. These are customers who voluntarily participate in agriculture's credit security program. Mr. Mai Thế Tân, Deputy Director of APIC TayNinhTV, sent his condolences and encouragement to the families of the mentioned customers to overcome difficulties continue to rise in life, especially during the existing epidemic. He said that since early 2022, APIC has paid compensation for 202 customers participating in credit security in Tân Biên province, with a total amount of more than 18 billion Vietnam dong. On August 17th, the Department of Grassroots Culture, under the Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, in collaboration with the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Tân Biên province, held the opening ceremony of the 20th Eastern Singing Festival in 2022 with the theme Southeast Region Solidarity, Development and Integration at Tân Biên Provincial Center for Culture and Arts. This is a major cultural and artistic event of the region to celebrate the 77th anniversary of the August Revolution and the National Day of Vietnam, as well as to mark the 77th anniversary of the Cultural Tradition Day on August 28th. The event was attended by Ms. Ninh Thị Thu Hương, head of the Department of Grassroots Culture and the organization board. Mr. Võ Đức Trong, Standing Vice Chairman of Tân Biên Provincial People's Committee, and Mr. Trương Văn Hùng, Director of the Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism of Tân Biên Province. The festival lasted for 3 days, starting from August 17th, with many activities such as Đơn ca tài tử art contest, modern dance competition for composing new lyrics for 20,000 folk songs, also known as Đơn ca tài tử, photo exhibitions, etc. The festival gathered more than 7 actors from 6 provinces and cities, including Tân Biên province. Each art troupe attended with one program, praising the leadership of the party alcohol, praising the love of the country and people, traditional values, good culture of each locality in the region.
The audience talking about Tân Biên province, people cannot help but admire the rich products that the vast mountain and forests here have bestowed. There are best that have rural economic value to the people of this land, including wine grapes. In today's program, let's join us to visit Vancy Wine Vineyard to learn more about this unique plant.
White grape is a rather special tree grown in the mountainous areas of the Tân Biên province. For many generations, this kind of plant has been considered as a local herb, often used to soak up alcohol or liniment. From the original values of the white grapes, the old man Nguyễn Văn Thông, also known as Uncle Ba Thông, boldly brought this rather special wild plant to his garden and domesticated them. In the past, my grandparents asked me to go to the forest to take the grapes to soak in wine for drinking, to stay healthy and work. Saying that, my grandparents gave birth to 13 or 14 children, but they did many work very well. So I went to the forest to bring them home and blend them to develop for the community. After planting for 2 years, I processed it. Despite having experience in farming, it's a long story for this farmer to get the wild grape to flower and bear fruits. After being test planted for about 2 years, the tree could bear fruit, and it took him 7 years to expand the wild vineyard from 1 hectare to more than 3 hectares. Unlike others, wild grapes take a long time to flower and bear fruit. It takes about 3 months to flower and another 3 months to harvest. But in return, wild grapes have good growth and resistance to pests and diseases. So almost farmers don't need to spray pesticides. This kind of fruit is very special. I love it because it's completely free of pests. What I appreciate the most is its cleanliness. So I have gone into mass production and opened to tourists nationwide. Because of its wide characteristics, people have given this grape a unique name called agricultural engineer of heaven. Growing on mountains and forests, wild grapes bud, flower and fruit naturally and are self-resistant to pests and diseases. And the most interesting thing is that the tree is self-regulating the fruiting. Each cluster of wild grapes weighs from 0.5 to 8 kilograms. But the most unique thing is that, in addition to a main branch, each bunch of grapes will have a side branch clinging to the trunk on wherever they can. From the benefits of wild grapes, a gentle heart toward the community with a green, clean product. The 60-year-old farmer has brought wild grapes down the street, demonstrating the ability to tame nature and bring farmers an economic value of several hundred million Vietnam for each harvest season. Fancy White Vineyard increasingly shows its attraction to tourists near and far when coming to Tây Ninh province. It even shows that the local farmers are increasingly integrating and developing according to the process of society, from being skillful in planting to competing in doing good business.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today's TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.